If you are feeling a deep, persistent restlessness, a sense that the life you are living no longer fits, know that you are not broken. You are not failing. What you are experiencing is the final strain of an outdated operating system just before a system-wide upgrade. For years, you have been running on software you didn't consciously choose. It's a program built from inherited beliefs, societal conditioning, and the emotional scars of your past. This system has dictated your reactions, limited your perceptions, and kept you in a predictable loop of reality. But the glitches are becoming more frequent, aren't they? The moments of frustration, the feeling of being stuck, the sense that there must be something more. These are not errors in your code. They are notifications. They are the system's own alerts, telling you that its capacity has been reached and a complete overhaul is not just possible, but imminent. This profound personal transformation is converging on a singular point in time, a symbolic gateway, October 24th. This date is not a prediction of an external event that will save you. It is a marker for an internal alignment you have been preparing for your entire life. It represents a precise energetic frequency where the work you've done within yourself finally meets a wave of cosmic opportunity, allowing for a quantum leap in your evolution. You are on the precipice of a great remembering, a return to the powerful creator you have always been. This is not about becoming someone new. It is about unbecoming everything that isn't you. This transformation you feel bubbling beneath the surface is not an event happening to you, but rather an awakening happening through you. For a long time, you may have looked for change in the external world, a new job, a different relationship, a move to another city. But the change you are being called to is of a fundamentally different nature. It is an energetic recalibration of your very consciousness. Think of your being as a musical instrument. For most of your life, it has been tuned to the frequency of your environment, your family's expectations, and the collective consciousness of survival and lack. Now, your soul is demanding a retuning. It is recalibrating your entire system to resonate with a much higher frequency, the frequency of your true unlimited self. This process didn't begin last week. It has been underway for years, guided by whispers of intuition you may have dismissed and visions you may have thought were mere daydreams. Every moment you felt a pull towards something unexplainable. Every time a book fell off a shelf with the exact message you needed. Every synchronicity that made you pause and wonder. That was the preparation. Your consciousness was laying the groundwork, building the new neural pathways and energetic circuits required to handle this upgrade. The date, October 24th, represents a convergence point. In the language of quantum physics, it's a phase-locking moment where your internal, oscillating frequency aligns perfectly with a potent external wave of potential. This creates a powerful resonance, amplifying your ability to shift your reality. It is a portal, a threshold where the veil between your current self and your future self becomes incredibly thin, making it easier than ever to step across. The reason this upgrade feels so intense is because it challenges the very foundation of your identity. Your current self, the one navigating daily life, is largely a product of your subconscious mind. Neuroscience has shown us that about 95% of our daily thoughts, behaviors, and emotional reactions are run by this powerful automated processor. And what is this subconscious programmed with? The experiences of your past, every fear, every limitation, every belief that you are not enough is stored there, not as a memory, but as an operational command. This is why you can consciously desire change, read all the books, and attend all the seminars, yet find yourself repeating the same patterns. Your conscious mind, the 5%, is the dreamer. Your subconscious, the 95%, is the doer, and it will always default to its existing programming for the sake of perceived safety and efficiency. This imminent shift is a direct challenge to that old programming. It's a system update that requires overwriting the core files of lack, separation, and powerlessness. This is why you feel the friction. The old identity, the ego structure built for survival, senses its own dissolution, and it will create resistance. It will whisper doubts in your ear. It will magnify your fears. It will try to convince you that staying the same is safer than the unknown. But the deep restlessness you feel is the signal that your soul's desire for expansion is now stronger than your ego's desire for safety. The internal battle is a sign that you are winning, that the new program is ready to be installed. The primary tool for navigating this shift and installing this new operating system is your own focused awareness. This is not a passive process. It is an active act of creation, grounded in the principles of quantum physics. Consider the famous double-slit experiment. It revealed a profound truth about the nature of reality. Particles, the building blocks of our universe, exist as a wave of infinite possibilities until they are observed. The moment an observer focuses on the particle, the wave of potential collapses into a single, definite reality. You are the observer of your life. Your focused, feeling-based attention is the force that collapses the infinite potential of the quantum field into your experienced reality. As long as you observe your life from the perspective of your past, your old identity, your limitations, your wounds, you will continue to collapse reality into a pattern that reflects that past. You will create more of the same. The great shift requires you to do something radical. You must start observing your life from the perspective of the person you are becoming. You must feel from the end point. This is where your intuition comes in. Your conscious mind is limited. It only knows what it has already experienced. But your intuition, which is your body's sophisticated data processing system, is connected to the quantum field. It can sense the energetic potentials of the future. When you get an intuitive hit, a gut feeling to go left instead of right, to call that person, to start that project, that is your future self sending a signal back through time. It is a breadcrumb on the path of least resistance to the reality you desire. Trusting that intuition over the logical protests of your conditioned mind is the most critical skill for this next chapter. It is the act of choosing to collapse a new reality into existence. This journey is not about transcending your humanity or spiritually bypassing your pain. It is a process of radical integration. The new, higher frequency consciousness you are stepping into does not require you to discard the parts of you that have suffered. In fact, it requires the exact opposite. You must gather all the fractured pieces of yourself, the wounded inner child, the cynical teenager, the confused adult, and bring them into a coherent whole. For too long, you have been at war with yourself, judging certain parts as bad or unspiritual and trying to amputate them from your being. This creates an internal incoherence, an energetic static that disrupts your signal to the universe. Coherence is the key to manifestation. In physics, when waves are in coherence, their amplitudes add up, creating a much more powerful wave. When your inner world is coherent, when your thoughts, feelings, and actions are aligned, you become an incredibly powerful energetic transmitter. You broadcast a clear, strong signal into the quantum field, and reality has no choice but to organize itself around that signal. This is where the science of epigenetics provides a stunning validation. Dr. Bruce Lipton's work shows that our perception of the environment, mediated by our emotional state, controls our genetic expression. When you are in a state of fear, stress, or internal conflict, you send signals of threat to your cells, activating genes for disease and survival. But when you cultivate a state of internal harmony and coherence, by integrating your shadows and loving all parts of yourself, you send signals of growth and repair, activating genes for vitality and thriving. This integration is the work. It is the path to embodying your higher self, not by reaching for something outside of you, but by unifying everything within you. This inner harmony is what turns you into a master creator. So, how do you begin to practice this on a daily basis, especially as the energy of October 24th approaches? You start by making choices from a new place of authority. Instead of asking, "What should I do based on my past experiences or what others expect of me?" you must begin to ask a different question. What choice would the version of me who is fully aligned, healed, and powerful make right now? Ask this about everything. The food you eat, the conversation you're about to have, the project you're considering, The way you spend your next hour? At first, the answer might be a quiet whisper, an intuition that your logical mind quickly dismisses. Your job is to listen to that whisper and honor it with a small action. You don't need a 10-step plan to your entire future. You just need to take the next, most aligned step. This builds a new kind of trust in yourself. It reconditions your nervous system to recognize the feeling of alignment as its new baseline for safety. I want you to try something right now. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what is one thing, however small, that my future self is asking me to let go of today? Is it a belief, a habit, a resentment? Don't analyze it. Just notice the first thing that comes to mind. That is your intuition speaking. That is your point of power. In the comments below, I invite you to share one word that represents what you are choosing to let go of. By declaring it, you are anchoring your intention and telling the universe that you are ready. This is not about perfection. It is about conscious participation in your own becoming. As you begin to make these aligned choices, you will inevitably encounter resistance. The old you, the ego identity that has run the show for decades, will not go quietly. It will trigger doubt, fear, and a powerful urge to retreat to the familiar. This is a critical moment, and how you interpret it will determine your trajectory. It is vital that you understand this. Every single struggle, every heartbreak, and every loss you have ever endured was not a punishment. It was energetic preparation. Each challenge was designed to expand your capacity to hold more light, more wisdom, and more power. Think of it like strength training for your soul. You cannot build muscle without first tearing the fibers. You cannot expand your energetic container without first being stretched to your limits. Those moments when you thought you were breaking were actually the moments you were breaking through. Your nervous system was learning, on a cellular level, that it could survive the dissolution of an old reality. It learned that letting go of a job, a relationship, or an identity was not death. It was a rebirth. Ancient spiritual traditions have spoken of this for millennia. In Vedanta, the concept of neti means not this, a process of negating all that is not the true self to discover what is. The Christian concept of being born again speaks to the same truth. The old self must die for the new one to emerge. Your past was not a series of mistakes. It was your training ground. It forged you into a vessel strong enough to hold the immense creative power that is now awakening within you. When doubt arises, thank it for trying to protect you, and then remind it that you have survived every single thing you have been through, and you are ready for what's next. We are now at the threshold. The energy building toward October 24th is an invitation, a gateway that has been prepared for you and by you. The choice, as always, rests with you. You can continue to run the old software, to observe your life through the lens of the past, and to allow the 95% of your subconscious programming to dictate your reality. Or you can make a different choice. You can choose to step through this portal by consciously embracing your role as the observer. You can decide that your intuition is your most reliable guide and that your feelings are the compass pointing you toward your highest timeline. The universe is not asking for perfection. It is asking for your participation. It is asking you to move forward with partial clarity, to take the next aligned step even when you cannot see the entire staircase. It is asking you to let the old identity crumble, to grieve its loss if you must, but to not cling to the rubble. This is your moment to make a choice from a place of supreme personal power. Will you continue to be a product of your past, or will you become the architect of your future? The vibrational alignment of this time is a powerful tailwind, designed to accelerate your journey. But you must be the one to unfurl your sails. Trust the restlessness. Honor the glitches. They are the heralds of your breakthrough. Let go of who you have been, and with courage, love, and unwavering faith in your own inner wisdom, step into the magnificent reality that awaits. The choice is yours. The time is now.